everyone! Всем привет! Добро пожаловать! Welcome and labdien to my wonderful kitchen and my channel. I'm Alla, the host of the show, and today I want to show you how to make the most requested Zephyr flavor ever, which is passion fruit. I absolutely love passion fruit. So these are so delicious, they're so fluffy, and they have a hidden passion fruit center inside. Now this is something else, it's next level. These marshmallows, so it's a mix between marshmallow and meringue. So if you've never tried Zephyr before, that's how it tastes. It's almost like soft and gooey and chewy at the same time. Obviously passion fruit has a very low pectin level, so we'll be making it with apple puree, but that's not it. Also, like, they are very gentle, very soft, and should be eaten within the day of you making them because they have a wet filling inside. Nevertheless, they're so yummy, and all your guests are gonna love you because it's such an exotic and passionate flavor. So yeah guys, I really hope you enjoy this recipe, and I can't wait to see your passion fruit Zephyr. And of course you can get access to all my video recipes on my platform on my website. I will leave all the information down below in my description box so you can find out all the information there. Now let's get cooking. First, we're going to make our passion fruit fillings. Add your passion fruit puree into a pot and place it onto the stove. Over here, I've got my sugar and pectin together, so you want to mix it through. It's really important to mix it through, otherwise it will lump together. Once your passion fruit mixture is starting to boil and gets hot to around 40 degrees, you're going to start to add your sugar pectin mixture. Now mix this together until the mixture will start to thicken up. This will take 3 to 5 minutes, depends on your stove. So keep whisking and mixing until you're happy with the puree and the pectin has activated. You will see that the mixture has become more caramelized and deeper in color. Once that's done, you're going to add this into a plastic bag. I'm using my piping bag straight away, and put this away into the fridge for 4 hours or so, or until the mixture has thickened. Now this is important to do, or you can do this one day ahead. It's completely up to you. Now over here I've got my passion fruit puree, and I'm mixing it together with my apple puree. You can see my previous recipes how to make apple puree if you don't know. And then you want to add your sugar and mix everything together. Now the key here is to cook down our passion fruit mixture. Because passion fruit is very low in pectin levels, it is really important to first add apple puree, as it has the highest pectin level. Trust me, you won't taste the apple, it will be still quite a strong flavor of passion fruit, but it's really important to cook this down. So I was cooking my mixture for good 5-10 minutes until I can see that it became thicker. Now you need to place this to cool down completely for several hours in your fridge. Once it has cooled down, it will look like this, nice and thickened. So before we're gonna make our Zephyr, we need to make sure everything is ready. So put your parchment paper and then add your passion fruit jam on top of your parchment paper. You can see that it has set nice and well, and all you want to do is pipe these little blobs spaced out so that they have enough space when we're going to be putting our passion fruit mixture on top. Now add your puree into your stand mixing bowl together with your egg white and start whisking until you reach nice, beautiful light color. You want to whisk this halfway through so that your puree is nearly done. You don't want to over whisk your egg whites as well, but you do want to make a light meringue, like so. The color will completely fade once you start adding the syrup and mixing everything together. So you can use food coloring if you want to, or you can leave it like this, but it will be very pale yellow, which is also really nice, a pastel color. To make your syrup, you want to add water, sugar, and glucose syrup inside. Okay, you then also want to add your agar-agar and place everything onto the stove. You're going to cook this on a medium to low heat. You want to make sure that all your ingredients melt together and it creates a nice, beautiful syrup. Don't be tempted to cook this very, very fast, because you need to make sure that the syrup cooks, and agar will activate after the mixture starts to boil. So this can take from 5 minutes up to 7 minutes cooking on a medium speed. You need to make sure that the mixture cooks to around 110 degrees Celsius, or when you start to see that it becomes a bit sloppy. So like a thicker consistency of like a yogurt, I would say, you know, that drips down. The mixture will bubble, which is absolutely normal, and agar will kind of become a bit brown in color, and that's when you know that your syrup is nearly done. Once it reaches that temperature or the consistency that you're looking for, like you can see here in the video, you want to take it off the heat. You want to turn on your stand mixer on high speed and start pouring your syrup on the side very, very slowly. You want to do this on the side so that your syrup doesn't touch the whisk by accident, because if it will touch it by accident, it will go everywhere. So you have to be very, very careful. Once you've poured all your syrup, you're going to continue to whisk on high speed until you will see the mixture will double in size and cool down and become nice and firm. Make sure that you don't over whisk the mixture or it will become runny and the Zephyr will not work anymore. So you really need to watch this step here and not leave the stand mix aside to make sure that you get nice stiff peaks. As the agar sets at around 40 degrees Celsius, the mixture will start to set as well. So you really need to work quickly here. You go around in a circle motion, just like you can see in the video. So repeat the process until you've done all your Zephyr, and then once it's all ready, you're gonna leave it to set overnight or ideally for 24 hours. Now once they're done, I do recommend adding a bit of icing sugar on top of each Zephyr because it will be very, very sticky. And using your hands, you can dip them in icing sugar as well. You want to peel first half of the Zephyr and then glue it together with your second half. Take them off very nice and gentle, and the both halves will glue easily together. And then you want to dip it back into the icing sugar. I have prepared a little bowl here where I've put my icing sugar so it's easy for me to dip my Zephyr. And you just want to go around and repeat the process until you've done your entire Zephyr. So this recipe will make 24 halves and 12 full large Zephyrs like this. Like I said, if you want to make more, you can just increase the recipe. Zephyr will also harden as it sits in a room temperature, so the longer you leave it, the longer it will stay. This passion fruit Zephyr is very, very gentle, so when you glue these together, you have to be very, very careful. And ideally, you want to consume it within the same day of making them. Because of the jam inside, it will make the inside very wet, which means the Zephyr will not harden inside. It will still harden a little bit on the outside, but it will be very gooey and marshmallowy inside with a strong passion fruit flavor. So I do recommend making these on a day and eating them on the day you're planning to gift them or eat them, as they will soak through and fall apart if you leave them for longer. One of my favorite flavors, but it's very picky, and therefore there's just one rule: to eat it within that same day. Or if you don't want it to go soggy, don't glue the both halves together, and you can just enjoy one half at a time. But it will still become wet under the area where our jam is. Anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoy this. I love passion fruit flavor. Let me know what's your favorite flavor.